my gosh. There it is. Are you coming?
So I married you, and I had one son, and then one daughter, and then another daughter, and another daughter. So this is the 6th happiest day of my life.
So does this trump the first iPhone?
Oh yeah, this is better than the iPhone by a long, long way. Huh, girls?
Yeah!
Let's do a maiden voyage. How do we go? All right, my friends, here is the Rivian R1T Launch Edition, and it is with the Ocean Coast interior. This is actually an electric truck vehicle I've had on pre-order now for almost over 3.5 years. I pre-ordered this in early 2019. Look at that cool gear tunnel. Goes all the way through with doors. You can actually stand on those as well. They support up to 200, 300 pounds. And here's the Ocean Coast, the white interior. This just barely came out, so I know lots of folks are interested in seeing kind of how that looks in video form. So you can see the back here. This little seat right here has under seat storage, so you can pop this up. You can kind of see some extra storage capacity there. And that's what it looks like from the back. Look how beautiful that looks. So one question people had was on the speakers. They are black. Some people have, in the renderings online, they are actually white, but they're definitely black in the ones that are being delivered. At least mine has them as black. Who knows what the future will look like. It's kind of what the door panels look like. Of course, they have the black wood trim and accents there. Let's swing around here and we'll take a look at the front. And this is the front. So well, that's how she looks with the black dashes and whatnot. We'll spin over here so you can kind of get a bit of a wide angle view, pan up and down a bit. And that's what it looks like. So for those of you who aren't familiar with electric trucks, there's kind of a bunch coming on the market. And these guys are kind of the first to market, Rivian. So these are of course electric, so you can charge them. The charging port is right here, and that just slides out like so. So one thing I still have to do is I have to get my electricity set up in my garage. I don't have a way to charge this, at least with fast charging. So I'm going to do a tutorial coming up here on how to set up your house to do level 2 charging is what it's called for your home. So I'm going to be punching in here to my panel, drilling through into my garage and setting up a level 2 charger so that I can do fast charging on this truck and be able to charge it overnight essentially to capacity. So I'll do a little video on that, on how to do all the electrical work and setting all that stuff up as well. So that's what the truck looks like. Sun's coming in my eyes right here so you can kind of see that, but there it is. Most things are automatic anyway. This truck looks so clean and it even drives better than it looks. And these of course you can just pull up here, click those in, and you're off to the races. Now one issue with this truck, it's brand new. It just got here half an hour ago. Only has I think 15 miles. You can lower the tailgate by pushing the button, but it is automatic. You have to, it's automatic coming down. You have to push it back up. And it has an automatic tonneau cover. So it's right inside of these rails. This button right there would normally make that work. However, mine doesn't work. So my tonneau cover actually got broken on delivery day when the factory was doing the final inspection, testing everything out. They slid it out and it got stuck halfway and broke. So I decided to go ahead and take delivery with the tonneau cover broken. So they put it all the way in. They actually disabled the motor so I won't be able to mess it up further. And then that way, when parts come in, which they say is a few months out, they'll be able to fix that for me and I'll be good to go. So rather than wait for a whole new VIN and everything, I decided to take it as is, which I'm very happy I did. So at least it's open, right? So I can use it as a truck and not have to worry about that. But sun's kind of going down here, so we have some shadows, but one more spin around here. Maybe I'll open this door so we can let in a little more light and you can see the interior a little bit better. Open this passenger and side door. One more little peek at Ocean Coast. So they do have the light mats. Get a little spin in on those. So we have the front, and there's also light mats, I don't know if you noticed, in the back as well. So as we spin around here and come in the back door, they've got a whole matching set down there. So Sorry if I'm making you dizzy here, just carrying my phone around. Wanted to do a quick video to get this out. So excited. First EV truck. I'll be doing some videos on this in the future, but let the adventures begin. So this is just a quick little look at the interior of the dash. So it's actually night now, so it's a little bit darker, but you can see there you have a large kind of widescreen monitor here. And then behind the steering wheel up here, you've also got another monitor which has all your information about the driving. Because this is an electric vehicle, there is no engine. So the storage, the trunk is actually in the front. They call it a frunk. So let's go pop that open and check it out. So here it is in my garage. There's just a little button under here. And I'll show you that. You come down under here and push this button, and then it will pop itself open. So that's what, I know it's a little bit dark, you can't see down there, but there's the trunk storage. And it also has a little bit of extra. So you can pull this flap here. That bends down. That magnetizes up against there, and you even have more. So I don't know, it's maybe 2.5 feet deep or so. Pretty wide area. I know it's dark, you can't see that, but it's actually waterproof too. So you can put ice and water in there and keep your drinks cold and things like that. The truck, of course, because it's electric, it features outlets all over the place. So there's an outlet you can plug in here. There are a couple of outlets inside of the gear tunnel I showed you earlier. So inside of the gear tunnel, there's an outlet. You can't see this, but in the back of the truck over on this side, this is the bed of the truck, there's an air compressor and a hose. And then on this side, there's some more, a couple of outlets. So you can plug in appliances and run, I think it's up to 1,500 watts electricity. As long as it's under 1,500 watts, you can go ahead and run that stuff as well. One kind of interesting thing about this truck, because it's electric, there are very few, well, I guess fewer moving parts than a typical car. And the only liquid in the truck is right here, which is that. That's the only liquid in the entire truck, which is your windshield washer fluid. So really cool. Definitely feels like the future. If you haven't ever had the chance, whoops, sorry, the lights turned out there. If you ever haven't had the chance to ride an electric vehicle, I would take the chance to do it. I rode my first electric vehicle. It was a Tesla, and it's been maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And that's the first time when I was like, wow, these really are, you can kind of see the future. There's just no pollution, there's no exhaust, and they're super fun to drive. So if you haven't had a chance, you really need to get in one, give it a try, and I think you'll become a believer like myself. So, all right, here's something really helpful for me. So you can see I've actually got a fairly small garage. It fits in my garage, but I've only got maybe, I don't know, 6 inches on either side of the truck, maybe less than that, maybe about a foot of clearance when the garage door shuts between my front wall here. So pulling in, I really got to get as close as I can. And so watch how cool this is. When I'm pulling in the garage, you can see these little sensors right here all the way around the front of the truck. They tell me how close I am to the thing in front of me. So right now I'm in drive, so I'm going to be going forward. I'm going to try to get this so you can see both the wall and the sensors in view there. But watch as I pull forward. See how it's kind of beeping at me? I'm actually going to come down here, I think you can see better. It's beeping at me, and watch these little sensors. They'll start to crawl up towards the truck. See how they're crawling closer, crawling closer. That tells me how close I am. So those front two are crawling closer. Those front two are crawling closer. And so basically I can just creep in here like this until one of those hits the very end right there. So see how those 3 turned red and you heard kind of a long beep noise? That tells me that I'm pretty close to the wall. So I don't even have to hang a little golf ball or something. I can still do that, but you can just creep right in. Once it hits there, I'm good to go. I know I can safely shut the garage door and it won't interfere, won't hit my tailgate at all. So super, super helpful for me where I have a small garage. I just wanted to show you how close it is when it turns red. So you can see there's my fingers. So that's what, maybe 8 inches or something like that when those sensors turn red. So I've actually got probably a little bit more than that on the back. I have maybe a foot and a half on the back. So that's when they turned red. And just one more little thing because it's so cool. When your door handles open up at night, look at that. They shine down a little light from underneath the door handles to illuminate that when you step out so you can see the ground. And then when you close it, of course, when it'll make a little chirp here, and then you'll see the door handles close and the mirrors will fold themselves in. And now she's all locked up. And sort of one more random thing, they actually have a flashlight in the doorway. If you haven't seen these, you can push this and it pops out a built-in flashlight that's built into the door. So, and it's always charged because it actually charges in the truck right there. So there we go. So see, you got yourself a little torch. Click the button, turn it off. Goes bright and it'll actually blink here in a second. So now we're back off. Flip her around and it just seats right back in there. Pretty cool.
Okay, so you've put it in park.
Yeah.
Now how do you turn it off?
I don't know. Turn off. I don't know.
Walk away.
I think you just get out and leave and it does its thing. I wait for Mom to get ready.
Okay, go.
1, 2, 3, go!
This one goes a lot faster. Was that fun?
Yeah!